New York Times issued a sprawling report about President Trump's taxes. The president broke with precedent in 2016 when he declined to release his taxes. Presidents for decades before that had released their tax returns when they were running for office to give the public a look at their finances, and President Trump declined to do that. So this New York Times report is really sort of the most extensive look we've had to date at the president's finances, the debt that he owes, what he's actually worth, what he's paid in taxes. And so it essentially found that he paid only $750 in federal income tax in 2016, and again, the same amount in 2017. He paid no federal income tax for several years before that. And essentially he owes, millions of dollars. He has millions of dollars in loans and in debt that will come due in the next few years. So it's sort of a revealing look at, the difference between how he portrays himself as a very successful businessman who's worth a lot, and the reality that he has really paid less in taxes than a lot of average Americans in the last few years, and the fact that his businesses have not quite been as successful as he made them out to be, and he's used some sort of questionable tactics to sort of shape his tax bill and shape the way his earnings look.
It's fake news. It's totally fake news. Made up, fake. We went through the same stories. You could have asked me the same questions 4 years ago. I had to litigate this and talk about it. Totally fake news.
The Trump campaign and the White House have been very quick to sort of knock this story down, not necessarily on the facts. They really haven't disputed any of the actual findings of the New York Times report, but instead they've been focused on the idea that voters decided in 2016 that they were going to put the president in the White House despite the fact that he had refused to release his tax returns. So the White House and the Trump campaign argue that voters didn't care that the president didn't release his tax returns in 2016, so why should it matter that this information is coming out now? And the Biden campaign, by comparison, is really seizing on this. They've already put out an online ad about it, and essentially, using it to argue that the president is out of touch with average Americans, that he doesn't pay much in taxes, that he talks one way and then acts another. So it's definitely been, an issue for the Biden campaign to really play up. But we'll see how big of an impact it has. I'm sure it'll be talked about in Tuesday's debate.